Non-destructive testing lets you observe the materials or objects without causing any damage to them. And by doing this you are able to still use the parts. This is because this method of testing looks for the differences in features of the materials or objects without destroying the part. There are many types of NDT which are used for different materials or objects. Here is a list of some of the different methods that are used. Penetrant magnetic particle testing, ultrasonic testing, eddy current testing, radiographic testing, visual inspection, leak testing, infrared testing. The above are just some of the most common used NDT methods. However, they all have their own advantages and disadvantages. Advantages: penetrant testing. You can test large areas of surfaces or volumes of materials at low cost and very quickly. When you are using this type of testing, minimum skill is required. Magnetic particle testing. Large amounts of complex parts can be inspected quickly and the equipment costs are very low. This process is very fast, which allows you to get immediate results. Ultrasonic testing. This type of testing can be used to inspect the thickness of the material, and it can also be used on a wide range of materials. Minimum part preparation is required and also only one side access. Eddy current testing. This technique can be used for more than flaw detection. This is because this method also detects defects of the surface and near surface. You also get immediate results. Radiographic test. This type of testing allows you to inspect layered objects without disassembling them. Radiographic testing can also be used to inspect nearly all materials. Disadvantages: penetrant testing. In this method, a lot of cleaning is required. This is to make sure all of the chemicals are removed. Therefore, one of the main disadvantages of this type of testing is chemical handling. Also, this process only works on smooth surfaces. This is not a process to use when you have a rough or porous surface. Magnetic particle testing. This testing works best with smooth surfaces because rough surfaces interfere with this type of testing. Another disadvantage of this method is that only ferromagnetic materials can be examined. Ultrasonic testing. You need to make sure that you have had the right type of training when you are working with ultrasonic testing. Like the other testing methods, rough surfaces may interfere with the testing, and also with this type of testing, thin parts may be hard to inspect. Eddy current test. This technique can be time-consuming when you are testing larger materials. Skill and training is crucial when you are working with this type of testing and is more extensive than other types of testing. Radiographic testing. The main disadvantage of this technique is that radiation can be a hazard for people working with this testing, and as a result of this, extensive operator training and skills are required. These are only a fraction of the advantages and disadvantages of a variety of non-destructive testing methods. Each type of testing has its own advantages and flaws. So when you are trying to find out the properties of materials or objects such as impact resistance, ductility, yield and ultimate tensile strength, fracture toughness and fatigue strength, you need to make sure that you do research to find out which type of method you believe would be best suited for your testing.